Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, this is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins taking on Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin. Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. On the handoff, it's Gaskin, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
A throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the air on second down, Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Myles Gaskin, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And now the rookie's free. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 75 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt.
We drop you in now to first quarter action as the offense begins this drive. On first down, Tagovailoa. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. That's caught inside the 20. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Will Fuller, 57 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And that is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
This is Gaskin on the carry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 21-0 our score after 1. Here's Gaskin. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
On the jet sweep, here comes Waddle. Tackle made by Marcus Golden. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They got to get to the 23 here on third. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
Two minutes gone by, second quarter. They'll run now with Gaskin. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Eluding the pressure right. And throw right side complete to Parker. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here.
We got three, fellas, we got three. Mike 9.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. 73 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now Tua on the bootleg here. And oh, what a catch! That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll run. It's Carter. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Stephen Carter punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half. But it's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you've already put...
back out there now. Let's see what they can put together. The play fake for Gaskin. Now Tua. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Tua. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says,
touchdown! That's caught. Jalen Waddle as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Corey Peters there to bring him down.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Marco Wilson. And good field position coming up. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw right side. Going to be caught here by Waddle. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And to give this time to the tailback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground.
And the ball is knocked out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And Gaskin, I don't think he got there. No, they're going to mark him short. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Now following the field goal, what can this offense do? We're about to find out. And he'll give it here to his running back. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game. Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Now Carter, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Stephen Carter, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well. If you really focus.
Did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 108 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now Waddle on the jet sweep. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy, and they needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Cards come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now, let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys are just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.